Hey everybody, Kingston here for Lightspeed-saber League, world's fastest light-based fencing. I'm here in kind of our new studio setup actually, and so that should give you some indicator about what we're going to talk about today. This is just a update video on the channel as well as the league itself, okay? We're going to be back on the channel and working on it regularly once again. Got this cool backdrop here that we can use now to make our videos a little bit cooler. Bear with us, it's still under construction, but you know, thanks for being here. Anyway, why am I able to work on the channel again? Well, because our big competition, Lightspeed of New Hope, just passed by on December 15th, and it went really, really well. Obviously, there's always hiccups, but we got through it, and you know, I'm really proud of how everyone came together. It really barely came together, quite honestly, and so I'm very, very grateful and proud of everyone who came to make it happen. So, big shout out to everyone at Nightclub, Lightspeed Base Buena Park, Crate Base Los Angeles, Hawaii Saber Academy, Indie Lightsaber Academy, and of course Lightspeed-saber Academy. Everyone came together to help out and make this happen, and I can't thank y'all enough for doing it. But anyway, videos coming in for that very, very soon. Okay, we're still waiting for stuff from SkillCon for the final matches. We're almost done with all the footage that we got from matches, so we'll have those annotated. And also our Guinness World Record thing. We're still waiting for video coming in from Guinness itself. But that was really, really cool, so I can't wait for y'all to see what we did setting a new Guinness World Record. But more details on that in the future. But anyway, so now that all that's done, I can start talking about the league. And basically, I want to tell y'all to start getting your crossguard sabers ready. This is what we call a Ren-class saber in Lightspeed-saber League. That is as opposed to the traditional Ray-class saber, which is a single saber with no guard on it. The Ren saber is designed to be a completely different weapon. Okay, it is not supposed to replace Ray class. It is supposed to be in balance with Ray class. So what you can expect from this is a slower, heavier style of combat. It is going to have a much higher weight minimum at 60 grams per grippable inch of hilt. And it's going to have a minimum hilt length as well. So I think I have it set at 10 to 12.5 inches right now, but we're probably going to change it to 11 to 12.5 inches. Okay, and that means grippable length only. Okay, so that means this is not considered a hilt right here. Okay, that is considered emitter and essentially counts as blade because all of this is valid guard. Okay, so you can get hit here and it's not going to count against you. Okay, that's a block right there. Okay. So when you measure this, it's going to be from the bottom of the guard all the way to the end of the pommel, okay? And that, for this one right here, is pretty much exactly 12.5 inches from the bottom of the cross guard to the end of the pommel, okay? And again, that is 60 grams per inch, whereas Ray class is 25 grams per inch, okay? So there's going to be a huge, huge speed disadvantage with this weapon, okay? But you're going to get to use it in a completely different way, all right? It's going to have high defensive power with your cross guard, okay? And it's going to focus on two-handed combat. So it's going to be a very, very powerful weapon with great deflections, great parries, great shields, really, really strong defense, okay? A lot weaker in range and speed, okay? But if you're a defensive fighter, you're going to be able to make use of this, okay? You're going to be able to stop attacks and whip in a really, really fast counter move, okay, to score those nice clean hits, all right? Now, so I might as well tell you what I've got here. This is a Saberforged Templar, okay? I've modified it just a tad, okay? Normally it only comes in at this length here, and I bought a very, very small pommel cap that goes at the end right there. That would go here. That basically makes this 9 inches of grippable length, okay? Actually too short for the current regulations, all right? Also, these ends here, the Quillons, I shaved down, so they came in at 14 inches total. I think I took an inch off each side, so it's just 12 now, right? I got this from Saberforge, which are extenders. I'll post the link in the description about what these actually are. But I bought 4 of them, plus combined with the end cap here, it brings us up into a legal range at just under 12.5 inches. Okay. So let's stick that guy right back on. I didn't do any kind of binding or anything like that to try to keep this from unlocking during combat. It stays on just fine, actually, so I can't speak to everyone's experiences, but this is okay for me, right? And I did put a little bit of tape here because this weapon doesn't come with any kind of trigger guard. So this just helps me prevent from accidental ignition and deignition. And then finally, it is using a Tano-class blade, so it is only at 33 inches because all of this length here is basically considered blade, since you can get hit here and it won't count for anything, okay? So once you add a Tano-class blade onto it, it's pretty much the same length as a Ray-class, all right? But of course, significantly heavier and slower. All right, so anyway, it's not our first time talking about new weapon classes or anything like that. We've talked about Tano-class before, but we're going to delay that still. It's hard to judge in competition. When there's up to 4 blades moving at the same time in one match, it's a nightmare for the referees, so we're going to hold back on that. But we are going to allow this now. This is now Lightspeed legal in competition 2019. The regulations, as stated, are still semi-experimental, okay, so we may adjust them in the future, okay? But right now, I recommend you go ahead and get yourself a crossguard. Be prepared to modify it a little bit to make sure that it is within legal limits. Right? You might have to shave this down. You might have to add some extenders here. Okay. Remember, this is meant to be a wholly new weapon with a whole new style. It is not supposed to replace Ray-class, and they are going to coexist within the same mixed weapon division, and that means they're going to be balanced with each other. All right. So go ahead and go out there, get yourself armed, get yourself ready for 2019. Thanks so much for being here. I'm looking forward to communicating with you guys online. And it's going to be awesome. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next year.